Liverpool's defence might look stable on the surface, but dig a little deeper and the cracks start to show. Yes, those big wins over Aston Villa and Real Madrid brought back that familiar roar around Anfield, but behind the cheers lies a quiet problem. The Reds' backline isn't as bulletproof as it used to be. Virgil van Dijk, the heart and soul of Liverpool's defence, is now 34 and running down his contract. Ibrahima Konaté's renewal talks have stalled. Joe Gomez remains a mystery wrapped in injury history, and new signing Giovanni Leone is already sidelined for the season. Just when it seemed like the club might be heading toward a defensive meltdown, Richard Hughes, the man pulling the strings behind the scenes, made his move. Liverpool's new sporting director surprised everyone by selling Jarell Quansah to Bayer Leverkusen. At first, fans were stunned. Why let go of one of the brightest young defenders at the club? But here's the twist. Hughes inserted a secret weapon, a £70 million buyback clause. That's not just smart business, that's long-term strategy. While others saw a sale, Hughes saw the future. And now, as Quansah thrives in Germany, it's starting to look like Liverpool just pulled off their most brilliant defensive play in years.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness.
When Liverpool sold Jarell Quansah to Bayer Leverkusen, many fans thought it was another example of the club losing its young talent too soon. After all, the 21-year-old defender had shown composure, passing ability and confidence beyond his years during his breakthrough season. Letting him go seemed like a step backward, especially when the team's defensive depth was already paper-thin. But what most people missed was the master plan quietly crafted by Richard Hughes, a plan that might redefine how Liverpool builds its future backline. By inserting a £70 million buyback clause into Quansah's deal, Hughes essentially turned what looked like a sale into a long-term loan, with benefits. It allowed Quansah to gain invaluable first-team experience in a top European league, under a coach who knows Liverpool's DNA inside out, Xabi Alonso. At Leverkusen, Quansah isn't just another squad player. He's a core piece of a system that thrives on composure, intelligent positioning, and progressive play from the back. The exact traits that modern Liverpool defenders need. And the results are already turning heads. In a recent Champions League clash against Benfica, Quansah was immense. He covered over 11 kilometres, completed the most take-ons in the match, and led his team in clearances. That's not a young player surviving. That's a young leader emerging. German media are calling him the English Wall, and even neutral fans are starting to notice that this kid has something special, something Liverpool might desperately need back sooner than they expected. It's also a testament to Hughes's vision. Rather than forcing Quansah to fight for minutes behind established names like Van Dijk or Konaté, he sent him to an environment where development is guaranteed. This is the kind of patience and foresight Liverpool fans used to associate with Michael Edwards' era, calculated, forward-thinking moves that pay off later. Quansah's temporary departure isn't a loss, it's an investment that's maturing faster than expected. Meanwhile, the situation at Anfield is getting more delicate by the week. Van Dijk, though still commanding, can't be expected to anchor the defence forever. Konaté's fitness and contract situation are question marks. Gomez, while versatile, remains unpredictable. Liverpool's next generation of defenders isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. And that's why Quansah's progress in Germany is so much more than a nice story. It's a lifeline. The irony, of course, is that Quansah had to leave Liverpool to prove he belongs there. But that's football at the top level. Sometimes you need to step out of the spotlight to be ready for it. Just like Trent Alexander-Arnold's transformation years ago, Liverpool's academy has once again produced a gem. The difference this time? The club seems smarter about managing his journey. So when that £70 million buyback clause gets triggered, because let's be honest, if Quansah keeps playing like this, it's not a question of if, but when. Liverpool won't just be bringing back a player. They'll be reclaiming a finished product. A defender who's learned from the best in Europe, shaped by the same tactical school that once produced Xabi Alonso's brilliance. And maybe, just maybe, this quiet deal will turn out to be the moment Richard Hughes announced himself as the new architect of Liverpool's future.
Wanna play tough and wanna hate this, although show up. I don't
What makes this entire story even more fascinating is how perfectly it fits into Liverpool's evolving transfer philosophy. Under Jurgen Klopp, the club's success was built on smart scouting, data-driven recruitment, and developing players to their peak potential. Now, under the stewardship of Richard Hughes, the Reds seem to be entering a new era, one that blends sharp business acumen with a patient, chess-like approach to squad building. The Quansah deal is the prime example of this shift. Think about it. Liverpool didn't just cash in on a young defender, they created a revolving door of opportunity. The club gets to monitor Quansah's progress from afar while allowing him to grow in an elite European setup. If he reaches the level they expect, they can bring him back, ready-made and mentally tougher. If not, they've still made a profit. It's the kind of flexible thinking that modern football demands, especially when financial fair play looms large over every big club's decision. But beyond the financial genius, there's a human story here. Quansah's time at Leverkusen is shaping him into something Liverpool couldn't offer right now. A leader forged under pressure, in a league where tactical discipline is everything. Under Xabi Alonso, he's learning how to read the game 2 steps ahead, how to maintain composure under pressing, and how to build attacks from the back. Those are lessons money can't buy, and when he eventually returns, Liverpool will be reaping the rewards without spending years of trial and error. Meanwhile, back on Merseyside, the cracks in the defence remain a daily reminder of why this plan matters so much. The Reds are still looking for that balance between experience and youth, between the dominance of Van Dijk and the energy of the next generation. Fans might groan about another transfer window without a marquee defensive signing, but the truth is, Liverpool might already have their future cornerstone. They just temporarily wear Leverkusen red. And here's where things get interesting. A 70 million buyback clause isn't just a safety net, it's a statement. It says, we know what we've got, and we're confident enough to let him grow elsewhere. Not many clubs have that kind of courage. Too often, big teams either cling to young talent and stunt their development or sell them off with no way back. Liverpool, for once, found the middle ground, and if Quansah continues to shine, that clause might look like the bargain of the decade. There's also the subtle influence of Xabi Alonso to consider. Once adored at Anfield, Alonso is now indirectly shaping Liverpool's next great defender. The connection feels poetic. A Liverpool legend mentoring a Liverpool prospect, even from afar. It's as if the club's past and future are quietly aligning through one carefully orchestrated deal. For fans, it's tempting to dream. Imagine a Liverpool defence 3 years from now, Trent dictating play from deep, Van Dijk in a coaching role, and Quansah returning as a matured, battle-hardened leader. It sounds almost too perfect. But in football, perfection isn't luck, it's planning. And if Richard Hughes' strategy plays out as intended, Liverpool won't just have rebuilt their defence. They'll have reinvented how to build for the future, one smart £70 million move at a time. Football is full of expensive mistakes disguised as bold decisions. But every now and then, a club makes a move that looks smarter with every passing game. Jarell Quansah's £70 million buyback clause could very well be that move for Liverpool. It's not flashy, it's not headline-grabbing, but it's pure strategic brilliance. While rival clubs throw hundreds of millions at quick fixes, Liverpool have quietly planted a seed in Leverkusen, a seed that could grow into the cornerstone of their defence for the next decade. Richard Hughes deserves credit for seeing beyond the noise. His plan recognises that Liverpool don't just need defenders who can tackle, they need leaders who understand modern football, players shaped by experience, not hype. And if Quansah continues on this trajectory, Liverpool won't just be buying back a player, they'll be welcoming home a future captain, moulded by one of Europe's most exciting teams. So, while the present might feel uncertain, the future of Liverpool's defence looks anything but. Hughes has made his move, Quansah is proving the vision right, and somewhere in the distance you can almost hear Klopp smiling. The message is clear. Liverpool aren't rebuilding, they're reloading, one brilliant decision at a time.
If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the